The Indiana Pacers added 3 guys last night, the second of which was Andrew Nembhard of Gonzaga. Before we talk to him a little bit later today, I thought you'd like to hear what he sounds like, what kind of a guy he is as he discusses his Gonzaga teammates and his own abilities to play in the NBA. The Pacers worked him out about a week ago. We had a chance to catch up with him. Here is that conversation.
How much do you know about the Pacers and what they've been up to and the changes that have been made here? Do you watch often?
Yeah, I do. I watch. I know I got a friend on the team, O'Shea Brissett. He's from fellow Canadian, so I watch a little bit. Yeah.
I was going to ask you about O'Shea. Have you had conversations about this? I know obviously his process was a little bit different, but have you talked about this process?
Yeah, we played in the national team a few years back, so we were talking about this is when he was going into the league, and we were talking about just the league and the experience he's going to get. So for sure, but I haven't really talked too much about like Indiana in particular.
Last time we had talked, you dealt with that injury around the combine. How is that? Are you all good at this point?
Yeah, it's pretty much back to normal.
That hadn't held you back or anything?
No, it's gotten better throughout the process for sure.
When we talked to you at the combine, you said you believed you were one of the best point guards in this draft class. Why are you so confident in that? And maybe how does your experience throughout college help you feel that way?
Yeah, I think that's what makes me so confident. I think my time in college made me put in the reps and put in the work to get to this point. And I just feel like there's not a lot of guards in this draft that have the ability I do to impact the game on both sides of the floor.
How is the success of Gonzaga and sort of how they've transitioned into the NBA, and I guess with Chet also coming in, how has that sort of helped prepare you for this process and just to be successful in the NBA?
I think the environment at Gonzaga is such a pro type environment. They try to treat you like a pro, and I think the guys, the competition in practice is so good that it just puts you in a position where there's nothing else but to get better. So it's definitely kind of done a lot for me to get to this point.
You have to sell yourself on like sort of your abilities. Do you focus on what you think you're best at, or maybe traits 3 and 4 and 5, the things that like you think will still translate well that will make you a well-rounded player in the NBA?
I just want to sell myself. I want to sell what I'm best at. I think that's what's going to translate. That's what's going to make me get on the floor, make me provide impact. I think those things that I got to work on will continue to get better.
What do you know about Chet that other people don't know? How do you project him into the NBA?
I think what many don't know probably is that just how much he loves the game, how much he puts into he works a lot on his craft, what he's trying to get better at, works on his body, ambitious dude, very competitive. I hope the best for him.
I don't know how much you read or you see, but I've seen a couple of people say you're similar to Malcolm Brogdon and you have a very similar demeanor too. Do you see that?
Yeah, I do a little bit. I'll take it.
What do you see?
I like Brogdon. I think just the way you play on the court a little bit, just like kind of can play with other good players, make the game easier. You're like a connector type of guy. Off the court, I don't really know him too much, so I'm sure he's laid back, kind of quiet guy.
Have you heard that comp before?
I have, though, for sure.
What teams have you worked out for, if you don't mind sharing? What do you have left coming up?
I've worked out for a bunch of teams. Like this is my 10th or so workout. The ones I have left, my bad. OKC, Miami, Minnesota. Last three.
What ones have you worked out for?
Have I worked out for? Atlanta, Milwaukee, Bulls, Lakers. What else have I worked out for? Denver, Toronto.
I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm helping you. That's
Is that your
6.
team growing up?
7.
Yeah, Toronto's the team growing up.
What was that experience like, just being able to work out for the team that you grew up rooting for?
It's a blessing. Just there's a fellow Canadian in the workout. The staff, I knew a bunch of the staff from just the national team and stuff, so felt very comfortable. Just a blessing, honestly.
What do you think is the hardest thing you've had to kind of overcome throughout your career to get to this point as a guy who, at every stop, it seems like, had prove yourself at Florida, prove yourself at Gonzaga, prove yourself now?
I just have to overcome the naysayers, the people that are doubting, and I think that I just got to show that on the court and keep getting better and keep showing them that I'm a player that can stick in this league.
Aside from the workouts coming up, how do you spend this next week and kind of mentally, not mentally prepare, but get ready for draft night and what's potentially to come?
Yeah, it's honestly a weird situation to be in because I haven't really been putting too much focus on the draft. Just going through this process, just trying to work on showing these guys that I can hoop every day. So I'm just trying to go back home after this last workout, enjoy my time with family, honestly.
And it seems like it's become very realistic maybe to get into that first round. Did you think that was possible 2-3 months ago, maybe even before the combine?
I actually did think it was possible. A lot of people didn't, but I think I had to do something to put my name into that conversation. So I think just doing these workouts, going through this process, definitely gave me that boost.
How rewarding has it then been to follow up and kind of prove yourself to these teams, not as so the fans and everybody?
100%, super rewarding. Almost more proving to myself, honestly.
What would a 10-year-old you say about where you are now? And could he believe that you're standing here getting ready to join the NBA in less than a week?
10-year-old me, I mean, he had like some pretty high confidence, so I would have just been like, yeah, I told you so.
That's Andrew Nembhard. They say high floor, low ceiling guy, but that's what you're going to get at number 31. Andrew Nembhard going to play for the Pacers, going to be a depth piece for the Pacers, and yet another Canadian for the Pacers.